Welcome back to the Tea Talks of Periyar Screen. Today we are going to discuss about the important announcement made by Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Mr. M.K. Stalin. Actually made an announcement in the state legislature to remove the word colonies from each and every government document and gazettes, as he presumes that it has changed into a term of oppression over the scheduled communities who used to live there, who's living there currently. So for beginners to understand easily, colonies are nothing but a division of village in which the particularly scheduled caste people who will eventually dwell there live over there, but the other part of the village will be occupied by the caste Hindus over there. To talk further about this improvement, we have Mr. Elaiya over here. Hi.
Yeah, hi Deepan.
So Elaiya, what's your personal observation over this move by the government?
Yeah, actually this is a very good announcement that we might have all seen that social movements, like even in our Demolish Kitchen propaganda, Dravidar Thalam has been also advocating for removing all the caste names in the streets as well as in the villages to be renamed. So that's been a long-term demand from our end. As well as you see that Dravidar Kalham or even some extent Madras High Court as well gave some sort of verdicts where they even instigated to remove it. So in a way, from social movements to judiciary, everyone is looking for the similar one. In this time, the Dravidian model government led by M.K. Stalin, as he announced in the Tamil Nadu Assembly, said that this term now been changed into a term as a abusive term, as well as it indicates untouchability, or even at an extent he said that it is kind of oppressive word being used to disgraceful on the people of scheduled caste. So he said that not only from the government gazette but also in the public usage it has been removed. So it is one of the good announcement, in a way.
But Elaiya, actually to be precise, won't that be deletion of name, could there be an important change over in the society? Could it make any changes in the society?
Yeah, Deepan, many people ask for that actually. They feel that it's just a change in the name only. How it will bring scheduled caste and other backward caste together. I mean, like we call it a Ur and Sheri, whereas it's been slum and city, like that kind of setup. So you see, it's not so easy to remove the laws of Manusmriti from the society. Taken as very long time literally, because from the era of kings, it has been like that. So the settlements of particular caste and particular religion has been made in that way. If you look at entire India, the situation is similar everywhere. Everywhere is a scheduled caste people live in a different place and other backward caste live in a different place. And each caste live in a different place. Even as a result of urbanization, we got a settlement where every people come together, they purchase some apartment, they live. So in city we have that, but despite in that as well, there are gated communities which belongs to particular caste only. Like Brahmins have their own particular gated community where they engage there only. So this idea of agrahara resulted in these all. This village structure, I'm sure that it is not going to be abolished by a name change. They are right. You see that when Kalaignar was the Chief Minister, then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu and the leader of ADMK, he came up with the scheme, project that is called Periyar Equity Household Scheme. So in this Samathuvapuram, we call it in Tamil, this Periyar Equity Housing Scheme. So there is to be 100 house per se. They almost established more than 200 Samathuvapuram, which is Periyar Equity Housing Villages they have established. In that 100 houses are there, then the 40 houses are given to scheduled caste. Then 20 to the backward caste, then 20 to others. So kind of roster used to be there. So that is a plan, that is a scheme to collapse the existing, the segregation of caste-wise segregation of people and settlements.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be continued, but when ADMK came to power for the previous 10 years, I mean the 2 terms they came, so they were into multiple lot of other problems within internal politics only. They have listened. They stopped this establishing a Periyar equity household. Like now again this demand is coming. Like now you are saying that okay, changing name is not going to help. So now it's time for us, even for the government, to bring more Periyar equity housing villages going to establish. Then that will be good in a way that is needed. But again, coming to name change, so many feels that it's not going to do anything, but they are not realizing one thing. Those who are willing colony will only know that. Like I am from a colony, I do remember that my place has been called as a colony. So they somebody is asking me, then I say that I am from this colony, that colony. Then my in my village, then our area's name has been changed as Ambedkar Nagar. Then later when we were settled into different place, then when that time also Kalaignar was there. Then in my mother name we got a land. Kalaignar gave that patta, we got the patta. Then it is called as a new colony.
Yes.
Another one became a old colony. We renamed it again. We named it as a Periyar Nagar. In my all ID proofs, in my all documents, I started using that. Okay, call my place as a Periyar Nagar only. So, some of the youngsters in my village, I do remember that they printed a banner and kept that name, that our area name is Periyar Nagar, with some photos and all. They made that. So those who are coming from colonies only will know that some sort of relief is there now. There is a change has been happening. So those who are living in colonies only will realize that what sort of reliefs they got. Not only with that, even Manusmriti instruct people to name which caste should use which name. So I mean, like for Brahmins it is auspicious name. For others, it is like a name which is very disgraceful, which is not good. It is considered to be ugly per se. In my family, like my grandmother name is Kuppu. My grandfather name is Dasan. My another grandfather name is Jadayan. So meanings of these words, if you look, I was referring to Manusmriti. Even Manusmriti, it is there. Dasan. Dasan means a slave. Similarly, Kuppusami, Karpusami, these all means like with the racial identity, with their body identity, in a way to, it's not even with the dignity. The names are also, we are not allowed to be with a good name, with a dignified name, So this continues. So these changes even Periyar done. Periyar said that we named Porochikudi. One of my professor name is Porochikudi. It's a revolutionary flag, which means, and he says that name somebody Moscow, Russia, Japan. So like when people asked about it, you are naming somebody as a temple name, like district like Tirupati or a place like Palani. These are all you are saying. So we need our good name. Russia is a better name, you were saying. So this is kind of a revolution only, because something has been said to me that to be followed by Manusmriti. So for us it is fighting against Manusmriti, the rule of Brahmin, the law of Brahmin. So absolutely no doubt that we happily welcome this announcement made by Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, and we also demand for the implementation of Periyar Equity Housing Scheme further, so that the village structure is a physical Brahminical structure will be collapsed.
Yeah, but there have been a criticism over the Republican parties, especially DMK, have recently changed its course from annexation of caste to more and more protecting a states' rights, right? So this kind of announcement have came in between, especially like the Periyar Samathuvapuram schemes and current change too. Is that somewhat to compensate that allegations?
No, actually, we have to understand two things, that as a political party, DMK has a dual role. One is that looking after the people of Tamil Nadu and to support them or to enable them to get with the policies and schemes and projects which they are looking into. They brought Tamil Nadu to a better level. If we have to compare our human development index, it is not with the states nearby, but whereas we have to compare it with the countries in different parts of the world. That is the level we have. Like even in Uncertain Glory of India, Amartya Sen writes this. He says that this is far better. Tamil Nadu is far better. Yes. That is the argument, central argument. And you see in the case of union politics, per se, government of India. Now the union is ruled by BJP. So RSS and BJP have a counter idea. They want one nation, one election, one language, all of one, and they want to give a more chance to the Brahmins, I mean, ensuring Brahmin monopoly in all aspect. You see, for in that case, any matter, DMK makes any point, that becomes a national use. You see, NEET, DMK opposes. New education policy, DMK opposes. Now you look at the verdict by the Supreme Court in state autonomy.
Yes.
Okay, fighting against governor being purposefully installed by the union government. Yes, DMK does that. Same with the delimitation. So both the way they are doing. My argument is that it's not that DMK is not listening to the voice of scheduled caste or the oppressed among oppressed. So there is a need for social movement as well. It's not that a political party will function as a social movement as well. As long as demand is there, like now we had a demand that we are proposing the government establish Kalaignar Kitchen, establish Creature Center. Now we are saying, okay, change the caste names of the villages, schools or institutions. So social movements start their demand. When government listens that, and sometime nowadays you see that we tag something in social media and ask then government respond to that. So that much powerful, and they are listening for sure. It's not that they are neglecting everything.
Yeah, but coming back to the question, the criticism have been kept not by the opposition parties, but Dalit parties or Dalit social movements, such as Paranjit too have mentioned that Dravidian movement have not done enough to the larger vote banks which are the Dalit communities, right? So merely changing of name, there have been recent allegations even on the MLAs and ministers of DMK government have been openly propagating, openly mentioning caste names, participating in caste events too, right? So even after this kind of name change of this kind of, now they have changed the term colonies, right? So is that going to be a real change in the mindset of the DMK cadres who are using the caste name openly, right?
Yeah. The BJP state leader also asked the same question.
Yeah.
So we have to understand one thing, that politicians are not from Mars. They are not from Utopia. Yes, they belongs to certain caste. In India, the Brahminical Hindu religion gave caste inherently to everyone from birth itself. If somebody born as a Hindu, for sure they have a caste, and they brought in the same mindset in a village, in a house. They live in this society. So if a MLA or a MP or even any politician from any political party is behaving such a way, it is not merely of their fault. I don't have any intention to save them, to safeguard them because they belongs to a particular political party. No idea. We have to realize one thing, that they are from Earth, they are from India, they born in Hindu religion or even to any religion, caste is infected. So that is the first point to be remembered, that they are from Earth. The second point is that the criticism by any social movement, not for that matter even Ranjit alone, many other political parties, even parties within the ally, within the DMK ally or anybody criticize. There are a lot of criticism on Periyar movement as well. I mean, there are people claim that Periyar is the leader of OBC only. So see, it's so simple that when you want to fight for a particular social category, it is so easy. So you are keeping everybody as a opposite person. Like you are looking into scheduled tribe only, and then you will fight with the rest among all. Like in Tamil Nadu, you have 1% scheduled tribe, or across India, if you have some 20% scheduled tribe, then you are fighting against. That's why the idea of Dravidian is coming from there only. It is not that I am working for a particular social category. We are claiming that Dravidian means people all are included. We are not excluding everybody. It is including of scheduled tribe, scheduled caste. It is including of other backward caste. It is even in extent. We also released a statement that Muslims are Dravidians. So minorities, of course, because they want to get rid of caste, so they convert it. So in that argument, we are taking up an inclusive argument. In that we are saying Brahmins are Aryans who came from outside. So who is the reason caste, or who came with the caste? who had that idea of oppressing people. They made the laws. So it is the fight between always 97% versus 3%. This is what Phule said or Periyar said, and even furthermore almost every social reformer said. So it is up to them which identity they want to choose. I mean, like I cannot force anybody to accept this only. When I am realizing, like I realized it taken time for me. It taken a time for me. I realized it. Okay, I joined the movement. I'm working for the movement. So that is how it happened. And no doubt that criticism is welcomed. It is needed so that we examine ourselves and we grow further.
So this is another move from DMK's side to set an example across the nation right now.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like I feel that now this is furthermore the debates is not limited to colony word, but whereas the Periyar Equity Housing Scheme, let's see further.
In a nation where the union government is propagating on one nation, one election, each and every village of this nation have been divided into two poles, two different people who are rejecting themselves to merge for greater good. The new initiative by the Tamil Nadu government has proved a point that even a deletion of word could create a many impact on the society. Hope one day we live in a country where we will expect the each and every village would abolish its own castes in it, and one day the caste system eventually annihilated right in its own roots. So thank you for joining us today. We'll meet in next video. Thank you.